Question 1. Who found baby Moses in the Nile? A. Miriam. B. Pharaoh's daughter. C. Aaron. D. A shepherd. Answer B. Pharaoh's daughter. Exodus 2 verse 5, Pharaoh's daughter went down to the Nile to bathe, and her attendants were walking along the riverbank. She saw the basket among the reeds and sent her female slave to get it. Question 2. What did God provide for the Israelites to eat in the desert? A. Fish. B. Bread and quail. C. Fruits. D. Vegetables. Answer B. Bread and quail. Exodus 16 verse 12, I have heard the grumbling of the Israelites. Tell them, at twilight you will eat meat, and in the morning you will be filled with bread. Question 3. What was the final plague that convinced Pharaoh to let the Israelites go? A. Locusts. B. Hail. C. Darkness. D. Death of the firstborn. Answer D. Death of the firstborn. Exodus 12 verse 29, at midnight the Lord struck down all the firstborn in Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh, who sat on the throne, to the firstborn of the prisoner, who was in the dungeon. Question 4. On which mountain did Moses receive the 10 Commandments? A. Mount Ararat. B. Mount Hermon. C. Mount Sinai. D. Mount Carmel. Answer C. Mount Sinai. Exodus 19 verse 20, the Lord descended to the top of Mount Sinai and called Moses to the top of the mountain. Question 5. How many plagues did God send on Egypt? A. 7. B. 10. C. 12. D. 5. Answer B. 10. Exodus 7 to 11, various verses describe the 10 plagues sent by God. Question 6. Who was Moses' brother? A. Joshua. B. Caleb. C. Aaron. D. Eleazar. Answer C. Aaron. Exodus 4 verse 14, then the Lord's anger burned against Moses, and he said, What about your brother, Aaron the Levite? Question 7. Which sea did Moses part? A. Dead Sea. B. Mediterranean Sea. C. Red Sea. D. Sea of Galilee. Answer C. Red Sea. Exodus 14 verse 21, then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and all that night the Lord drove the sea back with a strong east wind and turned it into dry land. Question 8. Who was the Pharaoh during the Exodus? A. Akhenaten. B. Ramesses II. C. Amenhotep II. D. Thutmose III. Answer B. Ramesses II. Exodus 1 verse 11, so they put slave masters over them to oppress them with forced labor, and they built Pithom and Ramesses as store cities for Pharaoh. Question 9. What did the Israelites make in worship while Moses was on Mount Sinai? A. A bronze serpent. B. A golden calf. C. A silver lamb. D. A clay pigeon. Answer B. A golden calf. Exodus 32 verse 4, he took what they handed him and made it into an idol cast in the shape of a calf. Question 10. What did Moses strike to bring forth water in the desert? A. A rock. B. A tent. C. A tree. D. The ground. Answer A. A rock. Exodus 17 verse 6, I will stand there before you by the rock at Horeb. Strike the rock, and water will come out of it for the people to drink. Don't forget to count your correct guesses. Question 11. What did God use to speak to Moses in the wilderness? A. A burning bush. B. A star. C. A cloud. D. A thunderstorm. Answer A. A burning bush. Exodus 3 verse 2, that the angel of the Lord appeared to him in flames of fire from within a bush. Question 12. Where did Moses flee to after killing an Egyptian? A. Edom. B. Midian. C. Canaan. D. Goshen. Answer B. Midian. Exodus 2 verse 15, when Pharaoh heard of this, he tried to kill Moses, but Moses fled from Pharaoh and went to live in Midian. Question 13. What was the first plague of Egypt? A. Lice. B. Frogs. C. Water turned into blood. D. Darkness. Answer C. Water turned into blood. Exodus 7 verse 20, Moses and Aaron did just as the Lord had commanded. He raised his staff in the presence of Pharaoh and his officials and struck the water of the Nile, and all the water was changed into blood. Question 14. What did Moses' staff turn into when he threw it on the ground? A. Fire. B. Water. C. A serpent. D. A tree. Answer C. A serpent. Exodus 4 verse 3, then the Lord said to him, throw it on the ground. Moses threw it on the ground, and it became a snake, and he ran from it. Question 15. How many commandments were written on the stone tablets? A. 7. B. 5. C. 10. D. 12. Answer C. 10. Exodus 20 verses 1 to 17. And God spoke all these words, saying, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. Question 16. What river was turned into blood as the first plague? A. Euphrates. B. Nile. C. Tigris. D. Jordan. Answer B. Nile. Exodus 7 verse 20. Moses and Aaron did just as the Lord had commanded. He raised his staff in the presence of Pharaoh and his officials and struck the water of the Nile, and all the water was changed into blood. Question 17. What did the Israelites cross to escape the Egyptian army? A. Jordan River. B. Sea of Galilee. C. Red Sea. D. Dead Sea. Answer C. Red Sea. Exodus 14 verse 22. The Israelites went through the sea on dry ground, with a wall of water on their right and on their left. Question 18. Who did God appoint as the spokesperson for Moses? A. Caleb. B. Hur. C. Joshua. D. Aaron. Answer D. Aaron. Exodus 4 verses 14 to 16. The Lord said to him, What about your brother, Aaron the Levite? I know he can speak well. He will speak to the people for you. Question 19. What did God say to Moses from the burning bush? A. I am the God of your father. B. Build an ark. C. Lead my people to the promised land. D. I am who I am. Answer D. I am who I am. Exodus 3 verse 14. God said to Moses, I am who I am. This is what you are to say to the Israelites, I am has sent me to you. Final question. What did the Israelites use to mark their doors during the Passover? A. Water. B. Oil. C. Lamb's blood. D. Mud. Answer C. Lamb's blood. Exodus 12 verse 7. Then they are to take some of the blood and put it on the sides and tops of the doorframes of the houses where they eat the lambs. That's it. We're done. Don't forget to comment your results. Like and subscribe if you don't want to miss our next videos. Thanks for watching.